Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, honorable judges, moderators, timekeepers, and also everyone on this room. I am Omar Faqih Adichandra, and I am the first speaker of the Affirmative team. And in this opportunity, I will I will elaborate on why we firmly believe that we should abolish primary and middle school years that groups children based on age. And instead, we should group them by competency and intelligence. Now, generally speaking, in Indonesia, of course, the government has made it that the education system groups children based on their age. For example, age 17. The government groups the students age 17 to be on class 12. Other examples like age 6, they will start in grade 1, and each year progressed, the level of their grade also increased. So the grade of the students increased by the time they have finished a year of their education. And this system has created a lot of problems. You see, when a class is grouped purely by their age, imbalance competency and ability amongst the students can occur. For example, in one class there are maybe 1, 2, or 3 students that perform way much higher than the other 1, 2, 3, maybe half of the students performing worse than the top group. And these imbalance situations may make the students on the bottom half have less self-esteem. Hence why we should have something called the ability grouping, which groups students based on their competency and intelligence. According to Webb Williams in 2021, ability grouping is the practice of placing students of similar academic ability in the same class group as opposed to the placement based on age, grade, and grade level. Now, the ability grouping is more personalized since the class is made with the current ability of the students, and also the class is filled with a student with similar competency and intelligence. And as the class progressed time after time, the difficulty of the class may increase as the student's proficiency of the subject also increase. So it's equivalent. But for the students who fail to fulfill the increasing difficulty of the class, they can stay on the class or maybe degrade to the lower level of the class. So it's like if you want to move to the higher level of the class, you have to finish or maybe more competent enough to be qualified for the next grade. So if we talk like something like a TOEFL class, perhaps there are maybe A2 students. If they want to be qualified for the B1, they have to be competent enough before they can get into the B1 class. But if they fail, they can stay, or maybe they can learn the basis one from the lower level. Now, the existence of ability grouping have positive impacts. According to an article made by Anne Logsdon in 2022, the ability grouping can make students receive more individual attention that fits their ability, because the existence of ability grouping makes students can receive instructions that fits with their current ability, and they can adapt more easily. The next one, students that is working in a similar skill level, they can feel less intimidated in a group discussion. So, in this um, in this so students can join a group discussion without feeling intimidated that their competence, their ability may not be enough than the others on the group, because on this ability grouping class they have the similar competency and also intelligence. That's what make them can work together, because they are similar. They feel the same. Their ability is similar and not far from the others. And the third one, teachers can be more focused on giving instructions, because if your class is have this similar ability, similar competence, similar intelligence, the teachers doesn't even bother to give many instructions for different types of students, because the teachers can understand well the student's ability, and the student can also be easily adapt to the instructions that the teachers give, because again they are on the group with a similar competence, so they have nothing to be scared of, nothing to be feel intimidated of, nothing to be feel have nothing to have lower self-esteem because the others are way much better than them. No, they are similar, so that's what makes it more convenient. Well, at the end of the day, we firmly believe that the government, or maybe the house, should abolish primary and middle school years that group children based on their age. And we need to start moving to the class, or maybe a group that group by competency and intelligence, because it is proven that the ability grouping has way more benefits and way less problematic than the grouping based on age instead. But and why the government hasn't made it yet? Because it is just way much convenient to have students that have the same group ability on the same group, and not because by their age. Because again, we must admit that students can have more ability, more competency when their age is maybe less than the others. So that's everything from me as the first speaker of the that's everything from me as the first speaker of the affirmative team. I would like to thank you very much for the time. Thank you very much.